Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I fertilize these trees and mulch them. Ideally, I will use free mulch, but I don't have free mulch just because you'll get a lot at once, and I can't handle a lot right now. Maybe if I get a bigger place, but as of right now, this pretty small, pretty large backyard, it's not that much mulch is not necessary. Anyway, like always, I'm going to use my favorite fertilizer, Dr. Earth. It has microorganisms in here already. I like the ingredients in here, like the alfalfa meal, fish bone meal. I forget the other ones, but yeah, I'm just do a handful. And I know you guys can't see that well because of all this grass, so I'll just do these two in front of you, like this, and the other two I'll show you closer. Plus, the other two trees have less grass in the way. But ideally, you just put compost and then your favorite mulch. The compost I put last year didn't break down that much, so I don't need to put more compost. So just put a fertilizer that's gonna break down also, and then on top of this, I'll just add some mulch, and I'll be right back with that. Okay, so I went to the store the other day or last week. I got the medium nugget bark. Um, Last time I got the cedar, but when I went to the store this time, they weren't selling cedar, so it kind of sucks. I like the cedar better, but hopefully this will just be just as good. And I forgot to mention that I live in Lancaster, Zone 8B. So what that basically means is that my growing season is starting to start soon. So spring's almost here, and I have a lot of things going on or getting ready to plant into my raised beds and stuff. But right now, I want these this fertilizer to break down before my trees start becoming really active. Because when you see these trees, or when I give you a close look, you can see that some of the buds are starting to come out. So you know they're active, they're alive, and I'm only putting like a cubic foot of mulch since this bag is 2 cubic feet, and about 2 bags. So each tree gets 1 cubic foot. And if you don't know, mulch is good for insulation, so it makes it so your soil is not too hot or not too cold. Oh yeah, you want to make sure you don't bury the tree either. So especially if there's a graft union. But here for zone AB, right now is a good time to start fertilizing and mulching your trees. If you live in a higher zone, then I think you should have done it earlier. If you live in a lower zone, I think you have a little more time before it's too late. But look up your growing area and see what zone you're in, and maybe someone mentioned what's a good time to start fertilizing your trees. I found another YouTuber that lives in Arizona. Actually, I live in California. They live in Arizona, so they're actually a zone higher than me, or they might be the same growing zone. And they also fertilize in February. And ideally, you would do this early in the month, not late in the month like I am. By the time you guys see this video, it's gonna be in March. So yeah, hopefully you guys didn't do it too late like I did. But if you did, it's not a big deal. It's better late than never. And if you saw how I planted these trees last year, then you'll know that I use my leaf mold as a mulch or a compost to put these trees to bed. I say put to bed, but they were just they were active at the time. It's just that it was winter. It was going to winter, so they were going to bed anyway. So adding more composting material just makes it so they have more stuff to eat. And this way you're not constantly feeding like fertilizers. You just have some natural decomposition from the mulch, from the compost. All right, guys. Like I said, I want to bring it close for these two. Um, as you can see, there's still compost on top, and I don't know if you can see that well, but there's still garlic growing. This is garlic. I use garlic just so I can practice when I get new land or whatever. If I have to worry about deer or something like that, that garlic is a good repellent because apparently deers don't like the smell of garlic or something like that. So I just plant garlic just so I can get used to doing it. And for me, February is the time of month to start fertilizing your trees just because it's before your trees become really active and it's before they need a lot of nutrients to set the fruits. Because you can see, well, I'll show you in a minute, but you can see that they're starting to flower, they're starting to leaf up and flower. It's just that they're starting to leaf up, but they're not flowering just yet. That's what I'm trying to say. And even though I said I could put 2 cubic feet for, or 1 cubic feet for both those trees, I didn't do that just because I felt like I was putting in a lot. If I need more, then I can always add more. And you can see with the garlic, as you can see, it's kind of coming up. Either because the compost decomposting or composting. Sorry, I can't speak today. But um, adding more organic matter will help the garlic also. With the fruiting of more garlic. Ugh. And like I say, you want to make sure you don't cover the tree, especially when it's young, just because you can rot the trunk by accident, and you don't want to do that, obviously. Or if there's a graft union, you can accidentally start growing the graft instead of the the tree that you actually want. So this is a satsuma plum. Let's say if I did bury the graft, whatever the rootstock was will start growing, and the satsuma plum will start dying. And like I said, we don't want that. We want the actual satsuma plum. That's what we paid for. So just be careful when you're mulching your trees. And right now is a good time to fertilize and mulch trees, just because it gives time to your fertilizer to break down, or whatever you're adding to break down. Let's say you didn't buy compost I mean, let's see, put compost right now. That's good timing for uh, the compost to break down and start feeding your tree or whatever else you got growing around it, like garlic, maybe even flowers. I might add flowers. I haven't decided yet, but I just might. Hey, maybe this one bag can go well for my trees, and maybe the next bag I use can go mulching my other trees that I plan on planting. But yeah, I'm trying to say is right now is a great time to fertilize your trees if you live in zone 8B and above. If you live lower, then leave it find out because I don't actually know. Okay, onto the second bag. Mulching these trees. Hopefully I don't actually kill my garlic. Alright YouTube, so here's how the trees look like after they've been mulched. And I'm going to show you the progress on how they look. Like I said, it's the end of February, so they're just starting to bulb up or starting to leaf out. Uh, like this Florida Prince Beach, I don't know why this started to leaf out and flower so early. It's kind of weird. If you guys know, let me know. And this is plum. You can see the leaves are starting to come out or starting to bulb. Is that the right word? Budding. I think it's budding. Anyway, and then here's the apple. This one hasn't came out dormancy yet. And like I was trying to say earlier, oops, when you're mulching your trees, um, I use fertilizer right now just because it's going to be breaking down. And as soon as this tree wakes up, it's going to start using that organisms from that fertilizer and from the compost that I put last year, and some of the decomposing wood chips. But as of right now, the mulch, the fertilizer, and the compost I put last year is just going to be decomposing to help the trees with its budding and stuff. Because like right now it's not active, but imagine if this was starting to leaf out like this one. It needs a lot of fertilizer, or honestly, shouldn't say fertilizer. It just needs a lot of food. So whatever you give it, just make sure it's organic because you don't want any chemical fertilizer in here. Or if you do, just put very little, just dilute it a lot. Or if you use compost, then you don't need to do anything. You just need to put compost, mulch it over, water it, and you should be fine. I'm adding compost. I'm adding fertilizer just because I have it and because I want to. And yeah, you can see with these, you can't see the garlic heads anymore, but hopefully the garlic would pop up through the mulch. But yes, the garlic will be doing just fine. When they're ready to harvest, I'll harvest them. And what else do I want to say? I think that's it. Just make sure you don't bury the trunks, like I said, because you don't want to accidentally killing the tree or growing the rootstock. And I guess I could do an update for you guys because I bought two new trees. I bought a pink lady, which I plan on putting over here, and then I bought a cherry tree be going somewhere over here. So yeah, I think that's it for today's video. I want to thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next video. And this is how they look like. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Peace.